Hey everybody, welcome back to another video episode. This is Johnny Torres, where we talk about drums, cymbals, drum heads, tuning, gigging, life, cars, whatever, man. Whatever makes you happy. I hope everybody's doing great out there from wherever you're watching. Thank you very much. Thank you. And back with another episode. So this video is going to be a little bit kind of like there's going to be a little bit of banging heads maybe. So I'm going to do the next couple of videos my top 5 drummers. Okay. I know there's so many good drummers out there to name. I mean, everybody was kind of chiming in and texting me and telling me, well, what about this guy? And what about this guy? And they're all great, man. From the past, you can argue Jimi Hendrix drummer, you can argue the guy from Deep Purple. Just so many good ones. I have 5 that molded me into my playing what I do today. These guys might not be your top 5, but these are the guys I kind of grew up listening to and had access to listening, like on a record or a cassette tape. I don't know if anybody remembers a cassette tape or even a CD, man. And there's so many, and just to pick 5 is like, oh man, this is hard just to pick 5. But one guy I did grow up listening to back in the 80s, early 80s, who I kind of clinched onto. The dude was from Arizona, and he used to play with Ozzy Osbourne, and he passed away. Now he played with a bunch of artists out there. He played with the Motels briefly, Leo Ford, Ozzy Osbourne, Motley Crue, and he recorded a bunch of stuff in studio for other bands and other artists. His name is this dude right here. Check him out. Mr. Randy Castillo from Ozzy Osbourne. You probably know him. So he's got a bunch of music, bunch of songs that he played on. I'm going to pick something that I think is a little underrated. The tune is, but his drumming on there is fantastic. I like this guy because number one, he had really good groove, really good feel. And number 2, the energy he brought, man, to live, whether it was in a bar, like a bigger pub bar, or in live. And I seen him in both. I seen him, and the dude was just like on fire, energy, a solid beat, always. And that drew me to him, that solid groove, the personality too, man. I heard, I didn't know him, but I heard he was happy in life, He never had a dull moment. Every day was Friday for him, Zakk Wylde once said, the guitar player. So yeah, man, I kind of clinched onto this dude. This is the first one. Now these are not in any way in order, best to last. These are just stuff that I kind of already know that I could kind of put out real quick. I did have to do some learning. I had to go back and kind of refresh what he was doing. But this song that I'm going to show you what he does and which song I picked. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. The song might sound easy because it's a groove, but there's a lot of stuff going on, like rudiments between the foot and the hand and up here. And he played it in a very like a master. He put it all together like a master, and I bet you he wasn't even trying to. I'm sure he had to kind of sit down and listen to the song and kind of come up with his own thing. But the song I picked is called "The Ultimate Sin" from the Ultimate Sin album, which is not a big one. I mean, everybody knows Mama, I'm Coming Home. What's the other one? No More Tears. Let Me Hear You. What's the other one? Oh, let me hear you scream. That one. There's a lot of good ones. Of course, Over the Mountain. Mr. Crowley, those are all great. But I picked this one because of the drums. Now, Randy was half Latino and half Native American. That's what I am too, kind of. So I like in this song the tribal beats, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. But the beats were very tribal, very Native American, but the groove is solid, man. So we're gonna get into that in a little bit. And if you don't know this song, go check it out on YouTube or wherever, Google it. You'll find it, and it's called The Ultimate Sin. All right, let's get into it. So the beginning, it's just drums. It's just drums, and it comes into a little bit of a roll, and then the beat starts. So I'll do that right now. The song starts like this: 2, 3, 4. So that's the first part of the song. I'll explain that really quick. So all he's doing on the toms is he's just doing like not even a flam, it's just all together. He's just playing a kind of a tribal Native American beat. All he's doing, it's 3 beats. He's using the foot as another hand. He's just going. So that it does that roll. And then there's like a little backbeat there after that part, that groove, and it just kind of goes like this. So there's a lot of groove in there, as you can tell, that that little groove that he's doing, he's going, which is kind of giving off from here, right? So after that, there's a part where he goes into the solo, the guitar player goes into the solo. So he's doing a little bit of a rolls with the snare, and he's hitting some cymbals. We'll get to that part next. 3, 2, 1. So towards the end of the song, after the groove, the really cool groove you just heard, that he invented, not me, he goes back into the, it's just the, he goes back into the double bass. Very cool song. There's a lot of stuff going on in that song. There's a lot of rudiments between the foot and the hand. I think the only other beat that you got to kind of get used to is when he's doing the beat and he goes into the double bass. Well, that's the ultimate sin. Well, it's the ultimate sin. And then he goes into the double bass. We'll do that quick here. See how it comes out. So yeah, that's my first drummer that I wanted to present to you. He kind of molded me early on when I was kind of like a teenager, between 15, 16, and 17. He came, I heard him on a Lita Ford album, and then later found out that he played on a Motels song, and went and checked that out. Then he was with Ozzy, and I kind of followed him until he passed away after Motley Crue. So very, very influential on me and on my playing too, and that groove, just a steady groove. And how important that groove is, you know, for any live thing or just for yourself, you know, when you're playing. You know, it's just a steady groove. You know, the bass drum is the heart of the band. And, you know, people want to feel that. And if you're playing too fast, well, you know, they can't get into it. But if you got a nice, steady groove, you know, you're always gonna have work, man. So yeah, man, thanks a lot for joining in, and everybody that's watching, thank you very much from wherever you're watching. Thank you, and take care. My next drummer will be next week. It'll be a surprise again. I don't want to kind of name them out. That'll kind of take the fun out of it. So for this week, Randy Castillo, rest in peace, my brother. So thank you very much once again. And do what you love what you do every day, man, every day. Keep on rocking. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next week. All right? And hey, keep practicing. If you want it, you can do it. If you want it bad enough, you'll do it.